Hello, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears set to begin in just a few minutes. The Rogues took Game 1 by a score of 19-5 on Salute to Bacon Night. Rogues wore special bacon-themed jerseys. They were available for auction during the game. They will be available for auction online shortly. Tonight, Fill the Park Friday. Fans could stop by our friends at Mary's Barbecue Place, Bobbio's Pizza, Morton's Family Dining and Bar, or Cascade Athletic Supply to receive their free tickets to tonight's game. This is the last Fill the Park Friday of the year. Should be a great one. Not a cloud in the sky. On the mound for your Rogues, lengthy right-hander Cole Percival. Percival making his 7th start of the year for the Rogues. Is undefeated 2-0 on the year. He will be facing Kevin Baranowski. Baranowski, a new arrival to the Bears team. This will be his first start. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, an exclusive interview with Coach Hogan. Starting lineups and first pitch, live from Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm here down on the field with Coach Josh Hogan. Josh, the offense played pretty well last night. I don't think you need to tell us that, but the pitching staff only gave up 1 walk yesterday. Because of that, they were able to take some BP earlier today.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the pitching staff. What do you think about them?
Just continuous improvement. Nato's done a great job with them, and Coach Lyle getting them to pound the zone, buy into not walking people and just throwing strikes, make them try and beat us with the bat. We gave up some hits yesterday, but I'm fine with that. With the 1 walk, the pitchers got their pitchers beeps because of it. A little reward for that. We end up with 2 free bases total, 2 or 3 you could count, but our goal is under 5 free bases, and it usually makes it a little easier for us. They did that today. Trying to get the same out of Percival. If he can just pound the zone and pound it early, he likes to kind of run deep counts sometimes, kind of like Peyton. We want him to be able to minimize those innings where it can get hairy. It's okay to give up runs, just minimize them is our plan. Looking for him to get a little deeper in the game than he has been, trying to get 6 or 7 out of him tonight. Just pound the zone like we tell everybody, and keep that, that 1 walk or no walks is obviously perfect for a coaching staff. But looking for him to go out there and battle. He was a little frustrated from his last outing, so looking for him to bounce back.
Braden Stutzman making the start in right field. He started in left the final game in Marysville. Made a terrific diving play in left field to rob a Gold Sox player of a hit. How easy is it for you as a coach when you have so many defensive stars, certainly in the outfield, that you can just plug and play?
Yeah, it's really nice. And, Stutz has been battling an arm problem this summer and the end of spring. So we were for a while we were just limited to him playing first base and DH was all. And he's a little bit better outfielder than he is at first base. So it's nice to be able to get him out there and let him roam and have all those, guys who can go out there. Caleb Smith's a great outfielder too. So getting him out there as a defensive replacement, still trying to get his bat going. If we can do that, it'd be nice. But yeah, CeeLo's a great defender. Hellwig's a great defender. Johnny's good. And then Stutzman adds to it, and Smith. So you got 5 solid outfielders out there that you can do things with, so it's nice.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Good luck today.
You bet, thank you.
We'll be back right after this.
It's time for Medford Rogues baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues baseball. Calling all the action tonight, here's Jonathan Kerman.
Hello, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. That's it. No one to report on the injury list. A full, healthy staff for your Rogues. And boy, did they look it last night. They put up 19 runs, a season high, on a season high 19 hits. 19 runs on a season high 20 hits last night against these Yuba City Bears. But it's a new ball game tonight. The scoreboard resets to 0. On the mound for your Rogues tonight from Riverside, California, the tall righty, he's 6'6", Cole Percival. Percival is 2-0 on the year, making his 6th start of the year for the Rogues. Has 21 strikeouts in 24 2/3 innings pitched. Defensive alignment behind Cole Percival. Catching him is Alex Isola. At third base, Josh Berman. At shortstop, Scotty Wright. At second base, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At first base, Braden Stutzman. In the outfield, in left, Johnny De La Cruz. In center, Connor Lowry. And in right field, Braden Stutzman. The Rogues have taken the field, warming up before first pitch. The Rogues are in their pinstripes, their white pinstripes. The Bears in their road grays with light blue, almost turquoise lettering. The Rogues have broken quite a few records this season. This team has broken a number of team records this year. The longest consecutive game hitting streak is held by Clay Valenzuela-Reese at 18, shattered the old record of 13 set by Nate Etheridge in 2015 and Billy Frederick also in 2015. The record for most runs scored in one season is held by Davis DeLorphis, who has 47 and counting. Still got plenty of ball left to play in this season, defeating the old record of 40 set by Darren Davis in 2016. Most triples, currently we have a tie with 4. Davis DeLorphis tying that record with Spencer Steer, who set that record back in 2016. The leadoff man for the Bears, Josh Winkler, steps into the batter's box. We'll have more numbers for you throughout the broadcast, all thanks to our stat master, BG Gold. Josh Winkler steps into the batter's box, and we're ready to get underway. First pitch to Winkler, in there for a strike. Time of first pitch, 6:41 p.m. A beautiful evening here at Harry and David Field. Not a cloud in the sky, a light breeze keeping the fans cool. A terrific turnout here on Fill the Park Friday. The 0-1 is fouled back into the netting. Percival quickly ahead, 0-2. Josh Winkler from Folsom, California waits on the 0-2. That one is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Josh Winkler. Just getting started. Top of the first inning. No score here at Harry and David Field. Winkler plays for Folsom Lake College, which I can only assume is in Folsom, California. Here's the 1-2. That one fouled back and out of play. Count remains 1-2. Winkler, a 6'2" freshman, one of the few All-Stars for the Yuba City Bears. That All-Star game will be Monday, July 24th. 10 Rogues will represent the team at the All-Star game. Percival comes home with the 1-2. That one golfed to the third baseman. Berman plays it on a hop. The throw over to first is going to be not in time. Winkler legs out an infield single. Berman had to make a quick decision of whether to short hop that one or sit back on it and play it on a more level bounce. He decided to wait, and Winkler, who hustled down the line, just barely beat out the throw. So the leadoff man is aboard, and that will bring up Kalen Crisosto. right-handed hitting Crisosto from Redding, California. Swings at the first pitch, and he shatters his bat. Ball rolls foul. Tosses that one into the dugout. It's got to be frustrating to crack your bat on a foul ball. Crisosto and the home plate ump exchanging some pleasantries. That can't be certainly not a good advertisement for the the bat maker for the Bears. But at the same time, you never know how often these bats are being used. It's not like the major leagues where you use a bat once and you're done with it. So Crisosto gets a new bat, takes a practice swing, tries it out. Looks like it's going to hold together. No balls and 1 strike to Kalen Crisosto. Josh Winkler at first. Here in the top of the first inning, no score, no one out. Percival comes set. Gets the sign from Isola. Throw over to first. Winkler back, diving in safely. Thank you all so much for joining us here on this Friday evening. Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. The 0-1 is high and inside. Crisosto turns away from that one. Evens the count 1-1. Breeze blowing in from left field as it usually does. Winkler takes his lead from first. Here's the 1-1 from Percival. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Kalen Crisosto. Throw over to first. Winkler back safely. Foundations for Recovery held a carnival outside the ballpark as fans were lining up. Fans had the opportunity to win some fun prizes. That ball fouled back. Evens the count 2-2 to Kalen Crisosto. It's a free carnival. Take your chance at some prize games. Win some prizes. Can also purchase raffle tickets to win some really incredible prizes, including some signed baseballs and basketballs, some tickets to Civil War. That one fouled back. The Civil War game between the Oregon State Beavers and the Oregon Ducks. Just to name a few. All to help addiction recovery here in the Rogue Valley. That's Foundations for Recovery. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Kalen Crisosto. Josh Winkler is at first. A soft throw by Percival over to first. Winkler back standing.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2.
The 2-2. Winkler's running. That one in there for a strike.
Sorry.
No, that one says that it was missed outside. Winkler is in safely without a throw. The count is full 3-2. I thought that pitch was in. Home plate umpire Alex Chavez says otherwise. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Winkler at second after the stolen base. Percival steps off the mound. Pitch home, swung on and missed, strike 3. Percival has his first strikeout of the day. And that will bring up TJ Dove.
Is Morton's K-batter, TJ Dove. If TJ gets struck out, it's $3 beers until the end of the top of the inning.
TJ Dove, originally slated as a center fielder, a quick change by the manager Jeremy Gillum for the Bears. TJ Dove now the designated hitter. Sophomore attending Yuba College from Yuba City. Here's the first pitch to Dove. Hit to the second baseman by the diving Clay Valenzuela-Reese into right field. Runner holds at third. That's Josh Winkler. The Bears have runners on the corners with 1 out here in the top of the first inning.
Batting next for Yuba City, Michael Legier.
So that will bring up Michael Legier. Legier from Santa Clara, California, plays for Chico State in his free time. Batting .250 on the year, making just his 16th appearance. Late addition for this Bears team. Percival comes set with runners on the corners. Steps off the rubber. Runners return back to their bases. Josh Winkler is at third. TJ Dove is at first. Here's the pitch to Legier. That one hit over the head of the, and a diving play by Johnny De La Cruz in left. It was over the shortstop's head. Coming home, he's tagging and scoring is Josh Winkler. No throw. A great play. Did he tag? He did not. It's a double play. Josh Winkler thought that De La Cruz had dropped that ball. It was a diving catch by De La Cruz in left field over the head of Scotty Wright, a soft liner. Josh Winkler did not tag up at third. They toss over to third. Josh Berman steps on the bag, and it's a double play. No score as we head to the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the first inning, no score yet. Cole Percival getting out of a jam thanks to a real funky play. Runners on the corners. Michael Legier, the center fielder for the Bears, hit a line drive that was caught by Johnny De La Cruz on a dive. Josh Winkler at third base thought that De La Cruz had dropped the ball and came home without tagging. De La Cruz throws the ball into the second baseman, Valenzuela Reese, who softly tosses over to Berman, steps on the bag, and just like that, a double play to end the inning. So the bottom of the inning, bottom of the first, Medford Rogues starting off at the bat. Starting things off, Clay Valenzuela Reese. Valenzuela Reese, as we mentioned earlier, holds the Rogues record for most consecutive games with a hit at 18. Destroyed the old record of 13 set by Nate Etheridge and Billy Frederick in 2015. Here's the first pitch to Clay Valenzuela Reese. Showing bunt, pulls back, and it's by him, by the catcher, all the way to the backstop. 0-1 the count. Rather, 1-0. The 0-1, rather the 1-1, swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike to Clay Valenzuela Reese. Leading things off for the Rogues in the bottom of the first inning. No score yet. Valenzuela Reese, one of the 7 All-Star selected from the Rogues. One of the 7 players. All 3 coaches for the Rogues also selected. That's Coach Josh Hogan, Coach Jeff Lyle, and pitching coach Christian Coronado. That ball is laced into center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Clay Valenzuela Reese leading the game off with a single for the Rogues.
Medford Rogues, left fielder Johnny De La Cruz.
That will bring up Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz made that amazing catch in left field. It was an all-out dive, and not one of those plays where the player will catch the ball and then dive. No, he had to lay out, stretch out, use all 5'11" of him, 5'12" on a good day, 6 foot on a good day, to make that catch. Some smart baseball by the Rogues to step on the third base bag. That ball hit high into right field. Coming on is the right fielder. He won't make the catch. Ian Manson out there in right field having some difficulty. The second baseman, Dalton Bishop, was also there. Neither of them side. It will fall. It'll go as an error on Ian Manso. Valenzuela-Reese in safely at second. And with 2 on and nobody out, that will bring up Alex Isola. Alex Isola, speaking of records, has the most RBI in one season of any Rogues player. He has 49 right now, looking to get 50 and 51. The old record was 36, set by Danny Mayer back in 2015. So a bunch of these Rogues players just crushing old Rogues records. These records should stand the test of time, at least for a while. Valenzuela-Reese at second, De La Cruz at first. The first pitch to Isola, a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. The pitcher for the Yuba City Bears, Kevin Baranowski. Don't have any information on him for you. I can tell you that he is a right-hander, got some long hair flowing out of the back of his cap. Pitches a normal 3/4 delivery, misses low. Evens the count 1-1 to Isola. Batting lineup for your Medford Rogues, Valenzuela-Reese led things off with a single. Johnny De La Cruz reached on an error. Alex Isola batting third. Batting cleanup, the DH, Eric Yang. Batting fifth, playing first, Dante Gutierrez. Batting sixth, playing third, Josh Berman. The 1-1 to Isola, curveball that goes over his head. The curveball actually, it curved and then dropped over his head behind him, and so the catcher, Colin Lawrence, was actually able to make the catch without getting out of the crouch. But the ball is inside. 2-1 the count to Alex Isola with 2 on and no out in the bottom of the first. Foul tipped at the plate. Evens the count 2-2. So Josh Berman batting sixth, playing third base. Connor Lowry in center batting seventh. Braden Stutzman in right field batting eighth. And rounding out the batting order for the Rogues, Scotty Wright at shortstop. Defensive alignment for the Bears behind Kevin Baranowski. Give that to you in just 1 second. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Isola with 2 on and no out. Valenzuela-Reese dancing off second. Here's the 2-2. That one inside. Runs the count full 3-2 to Ice. No score yet here in the bottom of the first inning. No one out. Runners on first and second for Alex Isola. Steps off the rubber is Baranowski. Baranowski steps back on the rubber. Looks in, gets the sign from Colin Lawrence, the catcher. Here's the 3-2. That one misses outside for ball 4. So the Rogues have loaded the bases. That will move everyone up 90 feet for Eric Yang. Eric Yang leads the team in batting average. Batting over 400 on the year, batting .402. Has 33 hits, 8 doubles, 18 RBIs, 13 walks to just 5 strikeouts in 22 games. Johnny De La Cruz stands out there at second. Alex Isola at first. The unorthodox going around the home plate over at third is Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning for Eric Yang. Here's the pitch. Fastball catches the upper half of the plate. Strike 1. Yang plays for UC Santa Barbara in his free time. Here's the 0-1. That one is low and away. It gets by Colin Lawrence. Coming home to score is Clay Valenzuela-Reese. That is the first run of the day. Everyone moves up 90 feet. De La Cruz now at third. Isola at second. Rogues lead 1-0. Eric Yang steps back into the batter's box. Yang from West Hills, California. Waits on the 1-1. 2 on, still nobody out. That one hit well to left field. Going back is Brendan Nelson. It's over his head. Johnny De La Cruz comes home. Here comes Alex Isola. It is a 2 RBI double for Eric Yang. Rogues take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, first baseman Dante Gutierrez.
So that will bring up Dante Gutierrez. Rogues picking up right where they left off. Eric Yang out there at second. Eric Yang, the left-handed batter, steps into the box. Gutierrez from Chula Vista, California, waits on the first pitch from Baranowski. Swung on and missed, strike one. 2 RBI double for Eric Yang. Puts the Rogues up 3, scoring Isola and De La Cruz. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside, evens the count 1-1 to Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez batting .264 on the year. 32 hits, few doubles, 20 RBIs, 24 walks, 18 runs scored in 39 games. Gutierrez was the lone catcher on the Rogues roster for the first week and a half. That was until Alex Isola joined the team. I'm sure Gutierrez gave Isola a big hug when he saw another catcher walk through the doors. That one misses high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to Dante Gutierrez. Waiting on deck, Josh Berman. Here's the 2-1. That one hit up the middle for a base hit. Eric Yang is going to be waved home by Josh Hogan. Here's the throw. The play is going to be not made. The throw off target. Eric Yang comes home. Advancing to second on the throw is Gutierrez. He has himself an RBI single, and the Rogues take a 4-0 lead.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, third baseman Josh Berman.
So the Rogues not letting up here. Still nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Rogues on top 4-0. And that will bring up Josh Berman, the third baseman. Berman batting .255 on the year. Gutierrez out there at second. Here's the first pitch to Berman, in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 to Josh Berman. Gutierrez takes his lead from second. That one, a curveball, drops in there for a strike, catches the lower corner. Berman quickly in a hole, 0-2. Berman, a local of Medford, Oregon, plays for Clark Community College in his free time. 5'11" right-handed batter. Waits on the 0-2. Swung on and missed. It's a drop third strike. Berman will take off for first. Routine throw. Strikeout for Josh Berman. That is the first out of the first inning.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, center fielder Connor Lowry.
And that will bring up Connor Lowry. Lowry batting .248 on the year. One of the staples out there in center field for the Rogues. This is his 44th game. 44 games for the Rogues played in, this is their 46th game of the year, so it gives you an idea just how much they rely on Connor Lowry and his defense out there in center. First pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count to Connor Lowry. Dante Gutierrez at second. Rogues lead 4-0. Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses inside. Lowry, a returning Rogue. Played in 51 games for the team last year. Batted .228. Here's the 1-1 to Connor Lowry. Shattered bat. It's going to be a bloop hit that falls into left field. Dante Gutierrez is going to be waved home by Coach Hogan. Here he comes. Lowry is going to leg out a double. And the Rogues get another. Dante Gutierrez comes home on the RBI double by Connor Lowry. The RBI shattered bat double.
What do you want me to do? Dress and drag into the hole?
So that will bring up Braden Stutzman. Stutzman, the switch hitter for the Rogues. Jeremy Gillen, the head coach for the Bears, going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this ballgame. Rogues lead 5-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. All right, Rogue Nation, we're back live from Harry and David Field. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues lead 5-0. Connor Lowry is at second. Braden Stutzman at the plate hits a ball high into center field. Michael Legier is there. He will make the catch for the second out of the inning. So with 2 down, that will bring up Scotty Wright.
At the plate next, your Rogue shortstop, Scotty Wright.
Scotty Wright has one of the best walk-up songs on the Rogues. It's the Friends theme song. He steps into the right-handed batter's box. The first pitch to Wright. Curveball in there for a strike. Scotty Wright batting .308 on the year. 24 hits, 7 doubles, a home run, 12 RBIs, 13 walks in 25 games. Also has a sparkling 1.35 ERA in 20 innings pitched. He has 32 strikeouts to just 7 walks. That curveball misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Scotty Wright. Connor Lowry at second. 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Rogues on top, 5-0. Here's the 1-1. Curveball in there for a strike. So right behind in the count, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses just outside. Evens the count 2-2. Scotty Wright, the 9-hitter for the Rogues, so every Rogues hitter has come to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. They lead 5-0. Connor Lowry out there at second had the RBI double that scored Dante Gutierrez. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Scotty Wright. That one hit well down the left field line, but foul into the Rogues bullpen. The 2-2 to right, misses outside, runs the count full 3-2. Waiting on deck, the leadoff man, Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who got all this started with a leadoff single. He would eventually come around to score on the 2 RBI double by Eric Yang. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on second for Scotty Wright. That one inside in the dirt, ball 4. So the Rogues have runners on first and second. And for the second time in the inning, Clay Valenzuela-Reese will step up to bat.
Baseman Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
Here's the first pitch of this at bat to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. That one misses low, ball 1. Connor Lowry at second, Scotty Wright at first. Rogues lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-0 misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. That one hits him on the helmet. Valenzuela-Reese flicks his hair back. He has a luscious head of hair. He's okay. And that's the reason these kids wear those helmets. That loads the bases for Johnny De La Cruz.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, left fielder Johnny De La Cruz.
De La Cruz reached on an error. That was that high pop fly into shallow right field that Ian Manso will be charged for that error. Just never saw it in the sun. 2 outs in the bottom of the first, bases loaded for the Rogues. Johnny De La Cruz takes a first pitch that's low, ball 1. That one hit sharply down the third base line and fair by the diving Josh Winkler. Connor Lowry comes around to score. Scotty Wright comes around to score. Johnny De La Cruz has himself a 2 RBI double. Valenzuela-Reese held up at third. 7-0 the score here in the bottom of the first inning.
Making his way up to the plate, your Rogues catcher Alex Isola.
So that will bring up Alex Isola. The nightmare inning continues for the Bears. Rogues picking up right where they left off last night. Here's the first pitch to Isola. Called strike. 0-1 the count to Alex Isola. The 0-1 fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes to Alex Isola. Isola walked and scored earlier in this inning. The 0-2. That one hit well down the left field line and just foul. Isola got all of that one, was just a little ahead of that off-speed pitch. Runners will head back to their base. The bases are loaded. No, they were loaded, rather, when Johnny De La Cruz hit a 2 RBI double. So now runners on second and third. De La Cruz at second, Clay Valenzuela-Reese at third. Valenzuela-Reese was hit by a pitch. Advanced to third on that De La Cruz double. No balls, 2 strikes to Alex Isola. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Rogues lead 7-0. Isola just did get a piece of that one, fouled it back to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Alex Isola. Fastball misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Isola, the 12th man of the inning to come up for the Rogues. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The first inning comes to an end. The Rogues strand 2, bring 7 home. We head to the top of the second. Your Rogues on top, 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Heroes. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Hero sandwiches. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues jump out to a 7-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning, picking up right where they left off last night when they scored a season-high 19 runs on a season-high 20 hits. Brett Walker back on the mound. His first pitch to Brendan Nelson is low, ball 1. That one hit softly to the shortstop. Scotty Wright picks it up over to first in time to get Brendan Nelson for the first out of the second. The Rogues sent 12 batters up to the plate in the bottom of the first inning.
Now batting for Yuba City, Colin Lawrence.
Which is an excellent segue into my ongoing segment on Rogues records, Rogues team records that have been shattered this year. Most saves in a season set by Taylor Frost. He has 8. That's most saves in a season or a career. First pitch to Colin Lawrence is high, ball 1. Broke the old record of 6 set by Shane Quarterly back in 2014. The 1-0 hit by the stab attempt by Dante Gutierrez over at first base. It rolls into right field. Colin Lawrence has himself a 1-out single.
At the plate for Yuba City, Dace Asher.
So that will bring up Dace Asher. No info on Dace Asher. His brother Dakota Asher also on the team. First pitch to Dace, misses low. 1 ball and no strikes, the count. Colin Lawrence takes his lead from first. Here's the 1-0 from Walker. From Percival, rather. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. It's Cole Percival on the mound for your Rogues. Had a nice long break in between the top of the first and the top of the second. Next pitch swung on and missed. Count 2-1 to Dace Asher. Here's the 2-1 with one out. Runner on first. Throw over to first. Not in time. Colin Lawrence back standing. The 2-1 hit softly to the second baseman. Valenzuela-Reese is charging. He will flip with his glove to Gutierrez in time for the out at first. What a great veteran play, a savvy move by Clay Valenzuela-Reese over there at second base. Charging hard on the ball to his left, picks it up with his glove, just only has time to shovel it with the glove to Gutierrez in time to get Dace Asher. Colin Lawrence does advance to second on the play. We have 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Rogues lead 7-0. Stepping up, Ian Manso, the right fielder. First pitch to Manso, a called strike. Manso batting .500 on the year, but in just 4 plate appearances. Got to imagine there's some correction coming. Here's the 0-1 to Manso. Colin Lawrence at second. Little too far for Percival's liking. He steps off the rubber. Colin Lawrence back at second. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses away. Evens the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Manso. Fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ian Manso from Colorado, don't have a hometown for him, attends San Joaquin Delta College. Next pitch, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Second strikeout of the day for Cole Percival. The Bears strand 1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Rogues lead 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 in Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today.
Be sure to follow the Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball, and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top 7-0. That's right, no need to adjust your computer screen. That score up there is correct. The Rogues sent 12 batters to the plate in that first inning. Valenzuela-Reese led things off with a single. De La Cruz reached on an error. Isola walked to load the bases. Eric Yang had a 2 RBI double. Dante Gutierrez had an RBI single. Connor Lowry had an RBI double. Scotty Wright walked. Valenzuela-Reese was hit by a pitch to load the bases, and Johnny De La Cruz hit a 2 RBI double. And all that adds up to 7 runs for the Rogues. We'll try to match that total here in the bottom of the second. Eric Yang, Dante Gutierrez, and Josh Berman, the 3 batters in this inning for the Rogues. First pitch to Yang. Fastball on the belt, belt high for a strike. 0-1 the count to Eric Yang here in the top of the second inning. To bottom of the second. Oh boy. Off speed in there for a strike. Yang quickly behind 0-2. Kevin Baranowski still on the mound for the Bears. No action in the Bears bullpen. Skipper Jeremy Gillum going to give Baranowski a clean slate here. That one hit to the third baseman Winkler. He picks it up. A great play. Throw to first in the dirt. Picked nicely by Dace Asher to get Eric Yang for the first out of the second.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, first baseman Dante Gutierrez.
So that will bring up Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez had an RBI single that scored Alex Isola. He would eventually come around to score on the 2 RBI double. Rather, on the 1 RBI double by Connor Lowry. Lowry in the hole. Josh Berman waits on deck. Here's the first pitch to the left-handed hitting Gutierrez. It's low and in, ball 1. The 1-0 to Gutierrez. Swung on and missed. Evens the count 1 apiece. An absolutely gorgeous Friday night here at Harry and David Field. The stands are packed. A light breeze coming in from left field, cooling off the fans. That pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dante Gutierrez. No one on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Rogues lead 7-0. Here's the 2-1. That one hit to the second baseman, Dalton Bishop. Fields it on a bounce over to Dace Asher to beat Dante Gutierrez by a few steps for the second out of the inning.
Stepping up to the plate, your Rogues' third baseman, Josh Berman.
That will bring up Josh Berman. Berman 0 for 1 on the day. Berman played third base for the Rogues last night, made an incredible play at third base. Here's the first pitch to Berman with 2 outs, no one on. Hits that one sharply to the shortstop, stabbed by Kalen Crisosto. Nice play over to first in time for the final out. 3 up, 3 down for the Rogues in the bottom of the second inning. That's baseball for you. We head to the top of the third. Rogues lead 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the third inning. Rogues lead 7-0. First pitch swinging by Dalton Bishop over to third base. Berman picks it up. The throw is going to be in time to get Dalton Bishop. Josh Berman ranging over to his left, bobbles the ball, picks it up, stays with it, fires an accurate throw over to Dante Gutierrez in time for the first out of the third. Rogues lead 7-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. One out, that will turn the lineup over for the Bears. Josh Winkler, who singled to lead off the game for the Bears. He's also stole a base, reached third, but would not come home. Steps into the right-hander's batting box. Right-handed. I'll figure that out. First pitch to him in there for a strike. No balls. And one strike the count to Josh Winkler. One out, nobody on here in the top of the third inning. Percival steps off the rubber. Winkler was the final out of the first inning. Here's the 0-1. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. Winkler in a hole, 0-2. Winkler was at third base. A ball hit by Michael Legier, a soft liner that was caught by Johnny De La Cruz in left. The 0-2 fouled down the line off the first base side and out of play. The shallow liner that De La Cruz dove for and caught. Some tricky shadows out there and left. Josh Winkler didn't see it. He thought that the ball was dropped, and so he advanced to home without tagging up. Rogues calmly toss over to Josh Berman, who steps on the bag, and that's the final out of the inning. Next pitch sails over Winkler's head. It's the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2 the count to Josh Winkler. Here's the 1-2. That one hit softly to the second baseman. It'll be Berman, rather to the shortstop. Berman cutting in front of the shortstop, Scotty Wright, to make the play for the second out of the inning. Ball was hit directly to Scotty Wright, and any baseball player will tell you that the hardest ball to play on is a ball hit directly at you. Josh Berman coming on from third base, ranging to his left, stabbed at the ball in front of Scotty Wright, took a step, threw an accurate throw over to Gutierrez for the second out of the inning. That will bring up Kalen Crisosto. First pitch to him, a fastball inside. 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the third inning. The 1-0 from Percival. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Crisosto steps into the batter's box. Percival goes into the windup. Here's the pitch. Off speed, misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Kalen Crisosto. Rogues lead 7-0 here in the top of the third inning. That one misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Kalen Crisosto, the shortstop for the Bears. That one, does it hit him? It does. It hits him on the back of the helmet as Crisosto turned his head to try to avoid that ball. So another great example of how important these helmets are. That will bring up TJ Dove with 2 outs and 1 on. First pitch to TJ Dove, misses low. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Rogues come into this game 2 games ahead of Lincoln for first place in the Great West League. Lincoln down in Marysville. We'll keep you updated on those scores as we get them. Next one in there for a strike. 2 balls and no strikes to 2 balls and 1 strike to TJ Dove. Kalen Crisosto at first base. No score in Marysville. They're in the top of the second. Here's the 2-1. That one hit high to right field. Braden Stutzman going back. He's at the warning track. He makes the grab for the final out of the inning. Rogues blank the Bears in the top of the third. The Bears strand 1. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Rogues lead 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Rogues lead 7-0. Connor Lowry, Braden Stutzman, and Scotty Wright due up for your Rogues in the bottom of the third. First pitch swinging by Connor Lowry to the shortstop Crisosto. Charging on it, the throw is going to be in time to get Connor Lowry. Nice play by Kalen Crisosto out there at short. Lowry, first pitch swinging, he is down for the first out. And that will bring up Braden Stutzman.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, right fielder Braden Stutzman.
Stutzman 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch to him is low. Ball one. Stutzman, the switch hitter for the Rogues, the only one on the team. Batting from the left-handed side. Stutzman telling me that he has more power on the left side and more control on the right. One ball and no strikes, the count to Braden Stutzman. He hits that one to left field, going back on it, and it is off the wall. Brendan Nelson, the left fielder, didn't get there in time. It is a double for Braden Stutzman. Lost that ball in the shadows out there in the outfield. I lost the ball in the shadows out there in the outfield. Ball rolled all the way to the wall. Rogues have a runner on second with one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Scotty Wright takes a first pitch low, ball one. Braden Stutzman at second. One out in the bottom of the third inning. Rogues lead 7-0. Scotty Wright steps out of the batter's box. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Wright. That one in there for a strike. Off speed that catches the lower half of the zone. Evens the count 1-1. On deck, the leadoff man, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Stutzman dancing at second. The throw to second is going to be in time. They do get him. Dalton Bishop snuck into second base. Braden Stutzman didn't see. And he is caught on the base pads for the second out of the inning. So the pickoff by Kevin Baranowski gets Braden Stutzman. Erases the one-out double. Base is clear here in the bottom of the third for Scotty Wright and 2 outs. The 1-1 misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Scotty Wright. Wright from Vero Beach, Florida. Plays for Colorado Christian University. Here's the 2-1. That one misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Scotty Wright. Wright walked and scored back in the first. Here's the 3-1. That one misses outside. And so for the second time today, Wright is aboard on strikes. On balls, rather. Ugh. That will turn the lineup over for Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
Now batting for your Medford Rogues, second baseman, Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
Valenzuela-Reese, 1 for 1 on the day. Singled and scored in the first, was hit by a pitch in the second. Valenzuela-Reese, the record holder for most consecutive games with a hit in Medford Rogues team history. First pitch to Valenzuela-Reese, cued down the first base line, and it rolls foul. That one hit just off the end of the bat. Scotty Wright will head back to first base. It wasn't until I was like 12 or 13 years old when I finally put together that when a ball is cued off a bat, it's hit off the end like a pool cue would hit a pool ball, a billiard ball. Fun fact about me. 0-1 the count to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Scotty Wright at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Rogues lead 7-0. Here's the 0-1. That one misses low. Scotty Wright takes off, and it's going to be no throw. Going to be ruled a stolen base by our scorekeeper, BG Gold. So Wright replaces Stutzman at second. Runner in scoring position for Clay Valenzuela-Reese in a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Valenzuela-Reese from Oregon City, Oregon, plays for Campbellsville University alongside Malik Evans and DJ Wilson. Here's the 1-2. That one misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second here in the bottom of the third. Rogues lead 7-0. Valenzuela-Reese, the right-handed batter, swinging the bat, waiting for Baranowski to come set. He does. The 2-2. That one hit high to left field. Going back on it is Brendan Nelson. He'll have room and makes the grab for the final out. Rogues strand 1 here in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. Rogues lead 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com.
Now, back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman on the call. Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Top of the 4th inning, Rogues on top big, 7-0. Leading things off for the Bears, Michael Legier swings at the first offering from Cole Percival, a high fastball. Waved at it. 0-1 the count to Michael Legier. Percival working quickly, off speed, drops in there for a strike. Just like that, Percival ahead of the first batter in the 4th. 0-2. Legier batting .250 on the year. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes for Cole Percival here in the top of the 4th. That is Percival's 3rd strikeout of the day.
Batting next for Yuba City, Brendan Nelson.
And that will bring up Brendan Nelson. Nelson, the left fielder for the Bears, the left-handed batter, swings and misses at that first pitch. 0-1 the count. Nelson from Yuba City, California, plays for Sierra College, batting .221 on the year. That one called strike on the outside edge. Percival painting the black here in the top of the 4th. No balls and 2 strikes the count to Brendan Nelson. Nelson played for the Gold Sox last year, playing for the Bears this year. That one check swing, didn't go around, says home plate umpire Jim Richens. Jim Richens at the plate, Alex Chavez in the field. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brendan Nelson. The windup. The 1-2 misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck, the catcher, Colin Lawrence. Rogues sent 12 men to the plate in the bottom of the 1st inning. That one hit foul off the first base line into the Bears dugout. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-2 from Percival. That one misses outside. Runs the count full to Brendan Nelson. Shadows all over the outfield. Looks like piano keys between the shadows and the sunlight. That one fouled back into the netting. The infield still clear of shade, all in sun. Right about this time is when plays over to first base become really tough. The first baseman has to look directly into the sun for any ball coming from the left side of the field. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3.
I put the gun in front of baby.
2nd strikeout of the inning, 4th of the game for Cole Percival. And that will bring up Colin Lawrence.
Colin Lawrence now batting for Yuba City.
Colin Lawrence played right field for the Bears last night. He's the catcher tonight. From Springfield, Missouri, plays for Ottawa University in his free time. Percival drops a off-speed pitch in there for a strike. So the first pitch strike to all 3 batters he's faced so far in this inning. Lawrence batting .233 on the year. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. So for the 3rd batter of the inning, Percival ahead 0-2. Take a quick moment. Percival adjusting his jersey. Lawrence, the right-handed batter, waits on the 0-2 from Percival. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Colin Lawrence. Lawrence has 14 hits, couple doubles, 6 RBIs, 9 walks, 13 strikeouts in 23 games. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count, 2 out, nobody on here in the top of the 4th. Percival winds. He deals. Check swing, no swing. The ball's outside. Evens the count 2-2. Here is the 2-2. That one misses high. Runs the count full, 3-2. Percival trying to work his first 1-2-3 inning of the evening. That one inside for ball 4. So, won't do it this time. Colin Lawrence, a 2-out walk, and that will bring up Dace Asher.
Batting next for Yuba City, Dace Asher.
No stats on Dace Asher, not in the point streak system just yet. Dace Asher, the left-handed batter. Not a short kid, I'd imagine 6 foot, maybe 6'1". Swings at that first pitch, hits it foul down the third base line. Two outs, top of the 4th inning. Rogues lead 7-0. Colin Lawrence at first had a 2-out walk. Dace Asher in an 0-1 count, threw over to first. Lawrence back standing. Percival toes the rubber, comes set. Here's the 0-1 to Dace Asher. Off speed, misses outside. 1-1 the count. Alex Isola behind the plate tonight. Isola and Yang frequently switching off catching duties. Catching and DHing. Here's the 1-1. That one misses in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dace Asher. Waiting on deck, Ian Manso, the right fielder. The 2-1 hit softly to second baseman. Valenzuela Rees picks it up over to first for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bears leave a man in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Rogues lead 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that will give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford. Right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com today.
Let's head back to the ballpark. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rogues lead 7-0. Leading off the inning for the Rogues, left fielder Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz, 1 for 1 on the day, reached on an error and scored in the first, had a 2 RBI double later in that inning. Part of that 7-run explosion by the Rogues. Base is cleared for De La Cruz this time here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to him misses low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to De La Cruz. That one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to the man from Houston, Texas. Plays for the University of Louisiana Monroe in his free time. 5'11", 180 pounds. 21 as of 2 days ago. That one fouled back off the first base side into the bleachers. Count is 2-1 to Johnny De La Cruz, leading off the bottom of the 4th inning. Rogues up big, 7-0. Baranowski deals, comes home. That one hit well but foul off the first base line and out of play into the, rather behind the play area back there. Just a terrific atmosphere here at the ballpark. A great turnout here on Fill the Park Friday, our final one of the year, if you can believe it. That ball is cued. It is a foul ball. Wow, that was an interesting play. The ball was spun off De La Cruz's bat off the first base line, rolled maybe 5 or 6 feet, and it was spinning, had some wicked spin on it. The catcher, Colin Lawrence, wanted to wait to see if that ball might spin back into play. With De La Cruz hustling down the line, Lawrence had to pick it up if he wanted to make a play. When he did, the home plate umpire, Jim Richens, called the ball foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no one on, no one out for Johnny De La Cruz. Baranowski goes into the windup, the pitch. That one hit well to left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. De La Cruz has himself his 2nd hit of the day, this one a single. And that will bring up the catcher, Alex Isola. So Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who the leadoff man for the Rogues, and hold everything. Caleb Smith is coming on for Johnny De La Cruz. His night is done. So for those of you scoring at home, Caleb Smith coming on as a pinch runner for Johnny De La Cruz will no doubt take over in left. Didn't seem like there was anything wrong with De La Cruz. Maybe Hogan just wanting to give De La Cruz the night off with the Rogues up by 7 runs. The first pitch to Isola. Misses low, ball 1. So Clay Valenzuela-Reese, Johnny De La Cruz, who just exited the field, Alex Isola, and Davis DeLorfus, the 4 position players named to the 2017 Great West League All-Star team. 3 pitchers made it as well. Dylan Pierce, Chris Painter, and Taylor Frost. That ball is a chopped one hit back to the pitcher rather, who fires it over to the first baseman in time for the first out of the inning. Advancing to second is Caleb Smith.
Next at the plate, your Rogues designated hitter, Eric Yang.
That will bring up Eric Yang. Yang had a 2 RBI double back in the first. He would also score a run later in that inning. He is 1 for 2. Yang, a surprising snub from the All-Star team. Yang leading the team in batting average with a .402 average. 18 RBIs, 13 walks, 33 hits, 19 runs scored in just 22 games. The first pitch in there for a strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Caleb Smith is at second. Eric Yang at the plate. Now, it's possible that Yang was omitted from the All-Star team because he doesn't have a ton of at-bats. I mean, he's played in 22 games, has 82 at-bats. This will be actually number 84 if you include the 2 tonight. That one in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Eric Yang. Caleb Smith at second. Just thinking maybe that's the reason why Yang was omitted, because the numbers are certainly there for the freshman from UC Santa Barbara. Here's the 1-1. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-hand hitting Eric Yang. Caleb Smith out there at second, pinch running for Johnny De La Cruz, who singled to lead off the 4th. Here's the 2-1 to Eric Yang. That one hit well, and coming off is the right fielder. That is going to be a foul ball. down the right field line. The ball was slicing foul. Must have hit the foul territory in deep right field. And I say that surprisingly because there is, gosh, maybe a foot and a half, no more than 2 feet of distance between the foul line and the fence in deep right and left field. It's a long strike for Eric Yang. He will pick the bat back up, take a few practice swings, and will do this again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caleb Smith at second, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Rogues lead 7-0. Here's the 2-2. That one hit foul. Count remains 2-2. Caleb Smith takes his lead from second. Eric Yang in a 2-2 count. Baranowski comes home. Here's the 2-2. Inside, does it hit him? It does. Hits Eric Yang on the elbow guard. So Yang at first, Caleb Smith at second for Dante Gutierrez.
Medford Rogues first baseman Dante Gutierrez.
The skipper, Jeremy Gillum, is going out to have a conversation with Kevin Baranowski. Colin Lawrence, the catcher, also out there. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this ballgame. Runners on first and second for the Rogues in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 7-0.
People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Bottom of the 4th inning. Rogues have runners on first and second for Dante Gutierrez. 1 out. Rogues lead 7-0. Caleb Smith at second. Pinch running for Johnny De La Cruz, who singled to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Eric Yang hit by a pitch. He's at first. Baranowski steps off the rubber. Caleb Smith retreats back to second. Dante Gutierrez hitting .264 on the year. 32 hits, a few doubles, 20 RBIs, 24 walks. First pitch swinging, fouls it back off the third base side. No balls and 1 strike to Dante Gutierrez here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The outfield now almost completely engulfed in shadow. Still a few pockets of sun here and there. There's a streak of shadow crossing the path of the ball between the pitcher's mound and home plate. That ball hit through the right side of the field for a base hit by the diving Dalton Bishop. Eric Yang being waved around home. The throw is into second. An RBI single for Dante Gutierrez, his second RBI single of the day. Rogues lead 8-0. Rather, Caleb Smith coming around to score. Eric Yang is over there at second. That will bring up Josh Berman. Berman, the right-handed batter, 0 for 2 on the day. Waits on the first pitch from Kevin Baranowski. Eric Yang at second. First pitch swinging, hit to the shortstop. Over to first in time for one. Over to second. Over to first for second. For the second out. Wow. Let's try that again. Josh Berman hits a ground ball to the shortstop, Kalen Crisosto. Throws it over to second base, Dalton Bishop there for the force out. Over to first in time for the inning-ending double play. We head to the top of the fifth inning. Rogues lead 8-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes out a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the fifth inning. Rogues on top, 8-0. First pitch to Ian Manso is outside, ball one. Percival deals that one in there for a strike. Evens the count 1-1. Rogues score 7 in the first, get one more on the RBI single by Dante Gutierrez. That one swung on and missed. Percival ahead of the batter, 1-2 the count. The 1-2, swung on and missed, strike three. The fifth strikeout of the day for Cole Percival. That will bring up the 9-hitter Dalton Bishop, who grounded to third last time up. The first pitch to Bishop. Curveball, misses low, ball one. Here's the 1-0. That one swung on and missed, evens the count 1-1. So a long shadow being cast that's streaking in between the pitcher's mound and the batter's box. That one fouled back. Dalton Bishop, the right-handed batter, playing first base for the Bears. Takes the ball in the dirt. I believe the count is 2-2. Scoreboard says 1-2. That one misses outside. So it's either 3-2 or 2-2, depending on who you ask. We'll find out on this next pitch. Here's the 2-2 from Percival. Fastball, strike three. Isola knew it immediately. Wow. Isola popped out of the crouch, fired over to Berman before the home plate umpire, Jim Richens, had a chance to call him out. And I think that's what Jim Richens is talking to Isola about. He's like, hey, man, just wait till I give that third strike call next time, okay? It is the second strikeout of the inning, 6th of the day for Cole Percival. That will turn the lineup over for Josh Winkler, who is 1 for 2 on the day. That one misses outside. Ball 1. Here's the one ball, no strike pitch. That one misses low. 2-0 to Josh Winkler. The 2-0 hit back to Percival, knocks the ball down, picks it up, throw over to first in time to get Winkler. 1-2-3 inning for Cole Percival and the Rogues. We head to the bottom of the 5th, rather the top. Yes, the bottom of the 5th. Rogues lead 8-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogue Regency Inn and Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. First pitch to Connor Lowry in the bottom of the 5th inning, misses low, ball 1. A terrific crowd on hand tonight. Foundations for Recovery giving out fantastic prizes. They held a carnival earlier today, a free carnival. Next one catches the outside part of the plate. Close pitch, called strike by home plate umpire Jim Richens. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 misses low and away, ball 2. So Foundations for Recovery here, hosting a free carnival. Also selling raffle tickets for just $1 to win some fantastic signed sports memorabilia. Some sports tickets to Civil War, that's Oregon versus Oregon State. Next one in the dirt, 3-1 to Connor Lowry. Included in that prize pack also a very nice looking watch. Not a watchman myself, but I'd rock it. Next one is hit high, and I mean high in the air to left center field. Coming on is a center fielder who makes the grab. That is Michael Legier for the first out of the inning. So a terrific crowd on hand tonight.
Batting next for your Medford Rogues, right fielder Braden
Stepping into the batter's box,
Stutzman.
Braden Stutzman, the right fielder. Tomorrow should be another exciting night at Harry and David Field. And it starts in the morning. Paint the Park Pink begins at 10 a.m. right here at Harry and David Field for yoga on the field. led by Raza Yoga. First pitch to Braden Stutzman in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Baranowski comes. The 0-1 pitch is hit to the first baseman. He fumbles it. The throw over to first is going to be just in time. Baranowski covering the bag at first gets Braden Stutzman. Close play. Stutzman hustled, but it's the second out of the inning. That will bring up Scotty Wright. Wright has yet to record an at-bat in this game. He has walked twice and scored once. So Yoga on the field, led by Raza Yoga and Yo Mind Matters. We're asking for a $5 donation for Yoga. Or you can buy a $12 ticket for Yoga and a free ticket to tomorrow night's game against the Yuba City Bears. First pitch to Scotty Wright in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Yoga mats are also available for rent for an extra $3. Next one misses inside. No, it hits the bat of Scotty Wright. Is a check swing that hit his bat. The count is 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rogues on top 8-0. Join Rogues players, staff, the game day staff will all be there. All to support breast cancer survivors and the friends and families that support them. The off-speed pitch misses low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Scotty Wright. That night, tomorrow night, Saturday night, the Rogues will be wearing special pink jerseys which fans can bid on during the game. All proceeds from the auction and the Yoga benefit the Lila J. Eisenstein Breast Center and breast cancer research. That one skied in the infield. Josh Winkler's there for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Rogues in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th. Rogues lead 8-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Mary's Barbecue. Tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. And it's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue Place at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow along on Facebook or their website, marysbbqplace.com.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit MedfordRogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Rogues up big, 8-0. 7 of those runs coming in the 1st inning. Was a 7-run, 12-batter affair in that 1st inning. Cole Percival back on the mound for the Rogues, delivers a first pitch strike to Kalen Crisosto. The 0-1 swung on and missed, strike 2. Percival gets the sign from Isola. Goes into the windup. The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, says home plate umpire Jim Richens. That's the first out of the 6th inning. The 7th strikeout for Cole Percival.
It's $3 beer till the end of the top of the inning.
TJ Dove takes a first pitch that's low and outside. 1-0 to TJ Dove, the DH for the Bears tonight. Fastball right down the middle. Evens the count, 1-1. The field now completely engulfed in shadow, save for one or two slivers of sun. That ball hit back to Percival, makes a great play at it. Underhand throw to Gutierrez for the second out of the inning. Just like that, 2 down in the top of the 6th. Michael Legier, the 4-hitter for the Bears, coming up with nobody on.
Batting next for Yuba City, Michael Legier.
Here's the 0-2. Rather, the first pitch is lined. It's going to be caught on a fly by Scotty Wright, who has moved over to second. Bryce Tilton has moved to short. We have some defensive changes, but the Rogues will head off the field before we have a chance to bring them to you. 3 up, 3 down for the Bears in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Rogues up 8-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Valenzuela Reese leading off the inning, fouls one back and out of play. Rogues up 8-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Some defensive changes for the Rogues. We'll have them for you in the top of the next inning. That one hit well to left field. Going back is Brendan Nelson. The ball's over his head. Rolls all the way to the wall. Valenzuela Reese will have a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the 6th. That will bring up Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith pinch ran for Johnny De La Cruz back in the 4th inning. Caleb Smith from Corvallis, Oregon, plays for Lynn Benton Community College. Caleb Smith bats right and throws left, just like myself. First pitch to Smith, misses. No, it called strike by the home plate umpire, Jim Richens. Saw some dirt kick up, must have been the edge of the glove of the catcher, Colin Lawrence. 0-1 the count to Caleb Smith. Valenzuela Reese at second, led off the inning with a double. Here's the 0-1. Waved at a good curveball. Had some nice movement on it by Kevin Baranowski. No balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith waggles his bat. Valenzuela Reese at second. The 0-2. Misses low, gets away from the catcher, Colin Lawrence. Valenzuela Reese will advance to third on the wild pitch. Rogues have another run in scoring position with nobody out. A runner 90 feet from home with no one out here in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-2 hit high in the air to center field, caught by Michael Legier. Valenzuela Reese going to come home. It's an RBI sac fly for Caleb Smith. Rogues now have a 9-0 lead. So that will bring up Alex Isola with no one on and one out. We have a pinch hitter. Well, not so much a pinch hitter. There was a lot of defensive changes for the Rogues. We have a new pitcher coming on for the Bears. When we come back, the rest of the 6th inning, the rest of this game, Rogues lead 9-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the 6th inning, Rogues up 9-0. Bryce Tilton pinch hitting for Alex Isola. I'm not sure you can really call it pinch hitting. Tilton was out in the field playing second base. First one is a strike. The next one hit well to center field. Going back is Legier. He's at the warning track. He will make the grab. A sharply hit ball by Bryce Tilton for the second out of the 6th. So Yang, the DH, also out of the game. Hitting for him, the man from Redlands, California, number 22, Jake. And I know you're waiting with bated breath. It is Jake Gozo. Got the official word from the man himself. Been calling him Gozo for more than half the season.
Pinch hitting for your Medford
But it is Jake Gozo. Gozo plays for Orange Coast College, and boy, it's going to be an adjustment calling him Gozo instead of Gazo. First pitch to Gozo is high, ball 1. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Rogues lead 9-0. The 1-0. Misses. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 misses high. So 3 straight balls to Jake Gozo. Gozo 6'5", 225, right-handed batter. Batting just .214 on the year. Fouls that one back into the netting. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Jake Gozo. The field now completely engulfed in shade. The sun beginning to set here on Harry and David Field. That one misses low. Gozo is aboard with a 2-out walk here in the bottom of the 6th. That will bring up Dante Gutierrez.
For your Medford Rogues, Dante Gutierrez.
Gutierrez, 2 for 3 on the day, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. That one misses high. Ball 1 to Dante Gutierrez, the left-handed batter. Jake Gozo at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. One already across for the Rogues. That was Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who led the inning off with a double. That one hit high and foul. It will head out into the stands behind the bleachers. Evens the count 1-1 to Dante Gutierrez. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, runner at first for Dante Gutierrez. That one hit well to center field. Legier has a beat on it, will make a catch for the final out of the inning. No runs, rather 1 run, 1 hit, no errors in the bottom of the 6th. Rogues lead 9-0. We head to the 7th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's.
Fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit medfordrogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Rogues on top, 9-0. First pitch to Brendan Nelson is in, ball 1. Brett Walker, his night is done. He has pitched a beauty. 6 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. On in relief, Nick Parr. The grounder over to Braden Stutzman, who's now playing at second. Gets it over to Gutierrez in time for the first out of the 7th. So, a few bit of housekeeping things for you. Braden Stutzman over at second base. Bryce Tilton is now at shortstop. Connor Konishi is in left field. Braden Stutzman, rather Caleb Smith, is in right. Alex Isola still behind the plate. Rather, Clay Valenzuela-Reese making his first appearance at catcher for the Rogues. First pitch to Colin Lawrence is outside, ball 1. Isola wearing number 19 tonight. His pinstripe jersey still a little dirty, had some stains that he couldn't get out, wanted to look fresh. Valenzuela-Reese wearing 13, has the strap of the chest guard covering the number. It looked like 19. That one in there for a strike by Nick Parr. 1-1 the count, 1 out, no one on in the top of the 7th for Colin Lawrence. Nick Parr comes set, now comes home. That one hit up the middle, a bouncing ball. Stutzman there at second, the throw over in time for the second out of the inning. 2 batters, 2 ground balls to second. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Rogues lead 9-0.
Batting next for Yuba City, Dace Asher.
Dace Asher, the first baseman for the Bears, steps in. Left-handed batter, 0 for 2 on the day. Nick Parr delivers a ball that's high. So remember, fans, tomorrow, paint the park pink. Join us on the field at 10 a.m. for yoga with your Rogues players, coaches, and game day staff. That one misses high, 2-0 to Dace Asher. $5 for yoga, or you can pay $12 and receive a ticket to tomorrow night's game. Yoga mats also available for $3. Rogues will be wearing special pink jerseys that night, which you can bid on during the game. That one swung on and missed. 2-1 to Dace Asher. Those pink jerseys, you can catch a glimpse if you follow us on our social media. That's at Medford Rogues on Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram, Medford Rogues Baseball Club on Facebook. So the Rogues will be wearing special pink jerseys, which fans are encouraged to bid on during the game. All proceeds from the yoga, led by Raza Yoga and Your Mind Matters, and the jersey auction will benefit the Lila J. Eisenstein Breast Center and Breast Cancer Research. Off speed, in there for a strike. Terrific pitch from Nick Parr. Evens the count, 2-2. Paint the Park Pink, brought to you by our friends at Providence. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for Nick Parr and the Rogues. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Rogues lead 9-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on medfordrogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration Team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. They like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find them at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the 7th inning, your Rogues on top 9-0. Josh Berman, Connor Lowry, and Braden Stutzman up to bat. That first pitch is hit high in the air to center field. The center fielder, Michael Legier, is under it for the first out of the inning. Josh Berman, 0 for 4 on the day, the only Rogues player without a hit. Tough luck, Josh. Josh hit a solo home run in last night's game, back in the 3rd inning. That sparked a 5-run inning for the Rogues. Josh Berman also leading the Twitter fan poll for who the Rogues should send to represent the team in the Home Run Derby before the All-Star game on July 24th at Nettleton Stadium. So Berman flies out to center to start off the 7th. Connor Lowry takes a pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one hit to right center field, coming on and making a diving attempt at it. Did he make the catch? Yes! Ian Manso out there in right field, charging in, makes a tumbling catch. Connor Lowry shaking his head as he jogs back to the dugout. Just like that, 2 down in the 7th. Manso reaching out with his glove, makes the backhanded grab, tumbles, rolls a few times, holds the ball up in the air, called out by field ump Alex Chavez. So Braden Stutzman steps now into the right-handed batter's box. The switch hitter had his first 2 at-bats from the left. Went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs his first 3 times up. Count quickly 2-0 to Braden Stutzman. The left-hander Ryan Brown still on the mound for the Bears. He came on in relief for Kevin Baranowski in the 6th. That one a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Braden Stutzman. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, nobody on. Rogues lead 9-0. Here's the 2-1. That one chopped through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Stutzman with his 2nd hit of the day. It's a 2-out single, and that will bring up Connor Konishi. Konishi playing in left field.
Your Medford Rogues, Connor Konishi.
A lot of defensive changes for the Rogues in this 9-run ball game. Konishi pitches, he hits. One of those multi-utility players that Josh Hogan can slot into the lineup just about anywhere and he'll get production. The left-handed hitting Konishi checks his swing, but it went around, says the home plate umpire. 0-1 the count to Konishi. Ryan Brown comes home, off speed and there for a strike. Konishi quickly behind 0-2. Connor Konishi from La Mesa, California, will attend San Jose State next year. He'll join up with Jaden France. Konishi batting just 125 on the year, but only has 8 plate appearances. Does have a hit and a run scored. The 0-2 misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Connor Konishi. Konishi has appeared in 6 games for the Rogues. He started 2 of them. Has 9 strikeouts in 11 innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner on first for Konishi. Off speed, drops out of the zone. Nice take by Connor. Evens the count 2-2. Braden Stutzman over there at first had a 2-out single earlier in this game. Here's the 2-2. Another off speed. That one misses high over by the ears of Connor Konishi. Runs the count full 3-2. Nice job by Connor working out of an 0-2 hole. 9-0. Rogues on top here in the bottom of the 7th. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Rogues strand 1 in the 7th. We head to the 8th. Rogues up 9-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of the Medford Rogues and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher strikes at a player from the opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the 8th inning. Rogues up big, 9-0. On in relief, Nick Parr, pitched 1 inning, did not give up a hit, struck out 1. On in relief now, Chris Painter for Nick Parr. Chris Painter, a Rogue Valley local, grew up in Central Point, Oregon. The southpaw plays for Tennessee Wesleyan College. Even 6 foot. Rocks an awesome goatee. Chris Painter, one of the 3 all-star pitchers for the Rogues, alongside Dylan Pierce and Taylor Frost, who pitched the 9th inning of last night's ballgame. Bottom of the order, Ian Manso, Dalton Bishop, and then Josh Winkler, the leadoff man, here in the 8th inning. Manso, first pitch swinging by Painter, hits one deep to left center field. It is going to be over the center fielder's head. Connor Lowry will pick the ball up. It is a leadoff double for Ian Manso in the top of the 8th. So Connor Konishi and the left fielder and Connor Lowry, the center fielder, converging to try and make that catch. The ball over both of theirs' head. It was a pop fly. And when I say pop fly, I mean pop fly. That ball died as soon as it hit the grass. Lowry and Konishi actually both overran it after the ball landed in front of them. First pitch in there for a strike. Valenzuela Reese will come out to have a chat with Chris Painter with Ian Manso at second. Chris Painter, 5-1 on the year. This is his 11th appearance. He started 2 games. in 26 and 2/3 innings, has just 12 strikeouts, but has a 3.37 ERA. Painter, one of the craftiest pitchers in the game. He leads the team in wins with 5. Painter looks back at second, now comes home. That one's outside. Evens the count 1-1 to Dalton Bishop. One ball and one strike to Bishop with a runner on second. That one swung on and missed. Boy, Painter fooled Bishop badly on that one. Painter ahead in the count, 1-2. Ian Manso at second led the inning off with a double. Waiting on deck, the leadoff man, Josh Winkler. Painter looks back, now comes home. Off speed, misses high. Evens the count, 2-2. Painter takes a deep breath, looks back at second, now comes home. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Chris Painter. First out of the 8th inning. That will turn the lineup over for Josh Winkler. First pitch to Winkler, misses inside, ball 1. Painter comes home. The 1-0 misses low and away, ball 2. Rogues lead 9-0 here in the top of the 8th. One out, runner on second for the Bears. That's Ian Manso, led the inning off with a double. 1-1 to Josh Winkler. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Josh Winkler. Painter comes set. Here's the 2-1. That one misses inside, so 3 balls and 1 strike the count to Chris Painter. Rather, to Josh Winkler. Nope, that was the 4th strike, 4th ball. Holy cow. That was ball 4 to Josh Winkler. I am tongue-tied today, what with all the runs being scored by the Rogues in the last 2 games. So runners on first and second for the Bears in the top of the 8th. Winkler at first, Ian Manso at second. Kalen Crisosto, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, steps in. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Painter comes home. That one misses high. So 2-0 to Kalen Crisosto. Crisosto walked back in the 3rd inning, his only successful at bat. Struck out the other 2 times. Here's the 2-0. That one in there for a strike. Called strike at the knees by the home plate umpire. 2-1 the count now. Runners on first and second for the Bears. 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Rogues lead 9-0. Painter comes home. The 2-1 is hit high in the air. Going back is Connor Lowry. He's still going back. He's at the wall. That ball is off the wall, is it called? Called a home run. No, it is called a ground rule double. Boy, the field ump circled his finger like it was a home run. I could see that from here. I couldn't see where exactly the ball ended up. It is a ground rule double for Kalen Crisosto that scores Ian Manso from second. That's the first run of the day for the Bears. The score is now 9-1. Josh Winkler has to stay at third. Kalen Crisosto at second with the ground rule double. Third base coach having a conversation with the field ump, walks back to his position. Runners on second and third for the Bears. One out in the top of the 8th inning. Rogues lead 9-1. First pitch fouled back by TJ Dove. Dove singled in the first. He is 1 for 3. Painter comes set. He comes home. That one chopped to the second baseman. Stutzman plays it on a bounce. Only throw is to first. Not going to be in time. He double clutched. Had trouble getting the ball out of his glove. TJ Dove is safe at first. Winkler comes home. 9-2 the score now.
Batting next for Yuba City, Michael Legier.
Advancing to third is Kalen Crisosto. Runners at the corners for the Bears. It'll be ruled an infield hit for TJ Dove. First pitch is fouled by Michael Legier, the center fielder for the Bears. 0-1 the count. One out, runners on first and third for the Bears here in the top of the 8th. Off speed, drops in there for a strike. A great pitch by Chris Painter. He's ahead of the batter, 0-2. Kalen Crisosto at third. TJ Dove at first. The 0-2 from Painter. That one hit well to left center field. That's going to fall for a hit. One run comes home. They're going to wave another around. The throw is not going to come home for the second runner. It is a a 1 out, 2-run double for Michael Legier. The score is now 9-4.
Batting next for Yuba City, Brendan Nelson.
So the Bears putting together a little bit of a rally, if nothing, just out of protest. Still a 5-run game. Christian Coronado going to go out and have a conversation with his all-star reliever, Chris Painter. Not his usual self today. We're going to step away for just a quick moment. When we come back, the rest of this ball game, top of the 8th, one runner at second. Rogues lead 9-4. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues baseball on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. 9-4 the score here in the top of the 8th. Bears getting 4 across in this inning. Up to bat is Brendan Nelson, takes a first pitch strike from Chris Painter. Michael Legier at second base had a 2 RBI double. The 0-1. That one hit high in the air. It'll stay in the infield. The shortstop, Bryce Tilton, is going to call for it. He makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So 2 down. That'll bring up Colin Lawrence, the catcher.
Stepping up to the plate for Yuba City, Colin Lawrence.
Colin Lawrence singled in the second inning, walked in the fourth. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Michael Legier at second. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. 9-4, Rogues on top. First pitch swung on and missed. Oh and 1. That one misses low. Evens the count 1-1. Legier took a big jump at second, did not go. Clay Valenzuela-Reese behind the plate for your Rogues. The right-handed hitting Colin Lawrence waits on the 1-1 from Painter. That one misses low and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lawrence steps back in. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Chris Painter. That one misses low and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Colin Lawrence here in the top of the 8th inning. Rogues lead 9-4. The 3-1. That one misses low, ball 4. So Colin Lawrence will take his free bag.
Now batting for Yuba City, Dace Asher.
Runners on first and second for the Bears now. Dace Asher stepping up to the plate. Asher 0 for 3 on the day. Michael Legier at second. Colin Lawrence at first. Check swing, he obviously went around. No argument there. 0-1 the count to Dace Asher. Asher, the 9th Bears batter to come up to bat in the top of the 8th. The 0-1. Misses inside. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Dace Asher, the left-handed hitting first baseman for the Bears. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. 2 on. Here's the 1-1. That one skips in the dirt, blocked nicely by Valenzuela-Reese. 2 balls and 1 strike. Painter comes set, takes a breath. He comes home. The 2-1. Does it hit him? It does. It nicks Dace Asher. Looks like it just caught the jersey. It's a hit by pitch. The bases are loaded. Everyone moves up 90 feet, and that will bring up Ian Manso, who led this inning off with a double and scored. Josh Hogan going out. That might do it for Chris Painter. Just didn't have it tonight. Rogues offense backing him up, though. We're going to step away. When we come back, the rest of this ball game. Rogues lead 9-4. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Bases loaded for the Yuba City Bears. Hello, Rogue Nation. Welcome back to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Pitching change here in the top of the 8th with the bases loaded. Will Floyd comes on in relief of Chris Painter. Will Floyd attending Glenn J.C. from Fort Worth, Texas. 6'2" right-hander. Has a record of 1-2, 4.02 ERA, has 17 strikeouts in 15 2/3 innings pitched, also has 2 saves. The bases are loaded for Ian Manso, who led this inning off with a double. First pitch, a big cut, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Rogues got 7 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth. But the Bears have answered with 4 in the seventh, and they threaten here with the bases loaded. A called strike at the knees, though. Will Floyd going right after Ian Manso. 0-2 the count. Michael Legier at third, Colin Lawrence at second, Dace Asher at first. Will Floyd winds, deals, off speed, called strike 3 at the knees. Will Floyd comes in, throws 3 strikes, and gets the Rogues out of a jam. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your Rogues on top, 8-4. Rather, 9-4 in the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning, Rogues up 9-4. It's been all Rogues until the 8th. The Bears answered with 4. Will Floyd came on in relief with the bases loaded, threw 3 strikes to Ian Manso, who had led off that inning with a double. He would eventually score to get the Rogues out of the jam. Valenzuela Reese, the leadoff man for the Rogues, first pitch swung on, fouled back into the netting. 0-1 the count. Next pitch misses outside, evens the count 1-1. Valenzuela Reese, 2 for 3 on the day, a single, a double, 2 runs scored. He was hit by a pitch. That one hit well to left center field, but playable. The left fielder, that one rather hit to right field. The right fielder, Ian Manso, is there for the first out of the inning. So that will bring up Caleb Smith. Smith pinch ran for Johnny De La Cruz back in the 4th inning. De La Cruz led that inning off with a single. He was then replaced by Caleb Smith. Smith would come around to score on the RBI single by Dante Gutierrez. First pitch to Smith misses, ball 1. The left-hander Ryan Brown still out there for the Bears. That one misses high. 2-0 to Caleb Smith. No one on, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. That one misses outside, so 3 straight balls to Caleb Smith. Waiting on deck, Bryce Tilton. Here's the 3-0. Inside, called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 to Bryce Tilton. That one misses high for ball 4. 1 out walk for Caleb Smith. The sun creating a silhouette of the mountain range behind in left field. There's a orange hue emanating from the mountains.
Stepping up to the plate for your
And as you look up into the sky just gets deeper and deeper and deeper into an almost purple color straight above us. Bryce Tilton, with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, steps up to the plate. Tilton 0 for 1 in this one. Takes a pitch high and inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Tilton. Taking off is Smith. That one is inside. Called a strike. The ball gets by the shortstop, Kalen Crisosto, but not far enough. The center fielder, Michael Legier, backing up the play well. Stolen base for Caleb Smith. 1-1 the count to Bryce Tilton. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Rogues lead 9-4. Tilton waits on the 1-1 pitch from Ryan Brown. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Runner on second for the Rogues in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-2 the count to Bryce Tilton. The pitch. Skips in the dirt, bounces high off the shoulder guard of the catcher. Caleb Smith rounding third, thinking about coming home, decides to stay at third. So he advances on the wild pitch. Runner 90 feet from home. Not so secure the lead right now, just a 5-run lead for the Rogues. I'm sure this insurance run would make everyone breathe a lot easier. Bryce Tilton waits on the 2-2 from Ryan Brown. That one's high, runs the count full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on third for Bryce Tilton here in the bottom of the 8th. That one fouled back into the netting. So the count remains full, 3-2. Caleb Smith over there at third base. Walked earlier in this inning, stole second, advanced to third on the wild pitch. Here's the 3-2 to Tilton. Fouled back to the netting. A long at bat for Bryce Tilton, the crowd cheering him on. One out in the bottom of the 8th. Caleb Smith over there at third takes his lead. Here's the 3-2. Nope. Ryan Brown will step off the rubber. Brown steps back onto the rubber. Tilton back into the batter's box. Here's the full count pitch. Fastball hit to right field. Coming on is Manso. He will not make the play. It is a fair ball. It bounces into the play area over the short wall at the edge of the foul line in right field. A ground rule double for Bryce Tilton scores Caleb Smith. A lot of ground rule doubles. That's the 3rd one of the game. And that will bring up Jake Gozo. Gozo walked back in the 6th. First pitch to Gozo is high, ball 1. Colin Lawrence, the catcher, going to go out and have a conversation with Ryan Brown. So remember, fans, tomorrow, paint the park pink. 10 a.m., yoga on the field, led by Raza Yoga. The team will be wearing special pink jerseys, which you can bid on during the game. If you want a quick sneak peek at them, head over to our Facebook page, Medford Rogues Baseball Club. Here's the 1-0. Gozo takes an off-speed pitch that drops in the zone for a strike, 1-1. Bryce Tilton at second, 1 out in the top of the 8th. Rogues lead 10-4. The 1-1 waved at. 1 ball and 2 strikes. All proceeds from the yoga and the jersey auction benefit the Lila J. Eisenstein Breast Center and Breast Cancer Research. Also, as the 1-2 comes home to Gazzo, it's outside. The first 200 fans in attendance tomorrow night receive a voucher for a free hour of yoga at Raza Yoga Studio in Ashland, a $14 value for free. Just show up, be the first 200 people. Next pitch to Gazzo is outside. And that one fouled back into the netting. The count is 2-2 to Jake Gazzo. Bryce Tilton at second had that RBI double that scored Caleb Smith. That one hit high in the air, but in shallow left center field. Coming on, trying to make the catch is the shortstop, Kalen Crisosto. He can't. He bobbled it. He hit the ball up in the air. The ball was live on a few bounces, but eventually touches the ground. It is a base hit for Jake Gozo. Tilton not advancing on the play. Had to wait to see if that ball would fall. 2 on and 1 out for Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBI singles. Not a 2 RBI single, but 2 RBI singles. 2 individual RBI singles, 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth. Also has a run scored. Bryce Tilton at second, Jake Gozo at first. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Rogues lead 10-4. First pitch swinging by Gutierrez, fouls it back. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 to the left-handed hitting Dante Gutierrez. Waits with that open stance. That 0-1 is hit lining down the left field line. It'll go foul into the Rogues bullpen. That ball was slicing foul all the way. So Gutierrez in a hole, 0-2. Bryce Tilton at second. Jake Gozo at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dante Gutierrez waits on the 0-2 pitch. That one, it's a wild pitch, gets by the catcher, Colin Lawrence. Bryce Tilton is coming home. He will score. Bryce Tilton scores all the way from second on the wild pitch. Jake Gozo was at third. Is he going to... He'll advance back to second. I'm not sure why. It's because the ball was ruled dead, so there's no score. Tilton and Gozo will head back to second and third. It is ruled a dead ball by the home plate umpire, Jim Richens. So runners at second and third, 1-2 the count to Dante Gutierrez. The score is still 10-4. The 1-2 drops in there for strike 3. That is the second out of the inning. That will bring up Josh Berman. So that will bring up Josh Berman. Berman, the only Rogue to not reach base today. Sure, he'll want to change that First pitch to Berman, off speed, drops in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Josh Berman, the local from Medford, Oregon. Playing third base tonight for the Rogues. Here's the 0-1. That one misses high and outside, evens the count 1-1. One ball, one strike to Berman. That one called strike at the knees. Bryce Tilton at third, Jake Gozo at second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. One already across for the Rogues. That was the RBI ground rule double by Bryce Tilton scoring Caleb Smith. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Tough day for Berman. We head to the top of the 9th inning, though. The Rogues lead 9-4. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Don't you love when the song ends right as the inning begins? It was perfect. It was seamless. Colton Westfall on the mound for the Rogues to close this one out. Dalton Bishop at the plate. First pitch to Bishop is a ball. Next one swung on, fouled back into the netting. 1-1 the count to Dalton Bishop. Bishop 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Colton Westfall, a returning Rogue, local of Medford, Oregon. That one called strike at the knees. Westfall ahead of Bishop, 1-2. Westfall plays for Southern Idaho University alongside Taylor Frost, who closed last night's game. That one inside, just barely misses Bishop. Count even 2-2. That one misses outside. Runs the count full to Dalton Bishop. Colton Westfall making his 4th appearance of the year for the Rogues. Last year appeared in 11 games, started 1, was 1-1 on the year with a 2.94 ERA. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3. First out of the 9th for Colton Westfall. That will turn the lineup over for Josh Winkler. First pitch to Winkler, misses inside, ball 1. 1 out in the top of the 9th. No one on for the Bears. Rogues lead 10-4. That one misses inside, 2-0 to Josh Winkler. Next one, swung on and missed. Strike one. Next one, called strike at the knees. Great location by Colton Westfall. The count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Josh Winkler. Waiting on deck, Kalen Crisosto. That one cued off the end of the bat to the second baseman. Stutzman's there, picks it up over to Gutierrez for the second out of the inning. So the Bears down to their final out. It's Kalen Crisosto. Crisosto, 1 for 3 on the day. Walked in the third, had a ground rule RBI double in the 8th. He would eventually come around to score as part of that 4-run 8th inning. Westfall winds, deals. Check swing, did not go around. 1-0 the count to Kalen Crisosto. Remember, Rogues fans, paint the park pink tomorrow night. Next one, fouled back, out of play into the parking lot. Evens the count, 1-1. Yoga on the field at 10 a.m. with Rogues players and staff. Pink jerseys on the field. That one hit to center field. Connor Lowry going back. He is under it. That is the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Rogues. In the top of the 9th, they win 10-4. Cole Percival, the winning pitcher, his 3rd win of the year. He is undefeated. The final line for your Rogues: 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Rogues. A clean game all around. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Yuba City Bears. Quick score update from Marysville. The Potters have taken the lead 7-4 over the Gold Sox thanks to a 5-run 7th inning. So the Rogues ahead 2.5 games of the Potters. Should the Potters hold on, that will hop back to 2. Again, your final score, the Rogues win 10-4. The player of the game, I'm calling Cole Percival. 6 innings pitched, scattering 3 hits, walking just 1 and striking out 7. Giving up no earned runs. We're back tomorrow night, 6:35 p.m., first pitch. But you'll want to get to the ballpark at 10 a.m. for Yoga on the Field, presented by Raza Yoga. All benefits from Yoga and the jersey auction. The Rogues will be wearing special pink jerseys, which you can bet on during the game. All proceeds from the Yoga and the jersey auction benefit the Lila J. Eisenstein Breast Center Foundation and breast cancer research. For Jonathan Kerman, I am Jonathan Kerman. Boy. The Rogues win 10-4. I am going to get off the air before I continue to hop over my words. We're back tomorrow night, 6:35 p.m. first pitch. Until next time, Rogue Nation, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Good night, Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.